Today, KayCee's ViewSpot is happy to be able to chat with Dr. Rajini Kantha Narendranath, an ophthalmologist who has an eye hospital called R.K.Eye Center in Chennai, of which she is the medical director. It's a hospital. This chat is taking place in the consultation room of the eye center, and for once, Dr. Rajini is sitting where the patient normally sits. Before we go to the chat, viewers will be interested to know that KayCee's ViewSpot has already chatted with Dr. Rajini's husband, Mr. Narendranath, on 21st June 2011. This can be found in KayCee's ViewSpot number 15. Thank you for agreeing to appear in KayCee's ViewSpot, Dr. Rajini.
It's a pleasure.
Can you give us a background of yourself?
Oh yes. My parents hail from Tamil Nadu.
Yeah.
And my father went to Delhi long time back.
Yeah.
To do his PhD from the Delhi School of Economics.
Yes.
And my mother joined him the next year.
Okay.
I was born on that year, long time back.
Yeah.
And I was born at Lady Hardinge Medical College.
Okay.
A hospital, Lady Hardinge Hospital.
Okay.
And that was the first winter my mother was experiencing there.
Yeah.
Because Delhi is very cold in December. And I was born on Christmas Day.
Oh wow! So, it's always a holiday. That means
a holiday, and I was a Christmas gift to my mother.
Yeah.
And it was a nice experience for her.
Yeah.
And I was educated in Delhi.
Yeah.
I did my undergraduation, that is MBBS from Lady Hardinge Medical College.
Okay.
And then I did my post-graduation in MS Ophthalmology from Maulana Azad Medical College.
Yeah.
Both are attached to the University of Delhi.
Okay.
So it's from there.
Yeah.
And then after that, once again I came back to Lady Hardinge and worked for 2 years as a resident, senior resident we call it, registrar, another name.
Yeah.
Again in the Department of Ophthalmology.
Yeah.
And after 2 years I got married to my husband, who was based in Chennai, and that's how I landed up in Chennai.
Yeah.
I had to leave Delhi and come to Chennai.
Yeah. Before I ask you about your Chennai stint, it's nice to know that you studied in the place where you were born, Lady Hardinge.
I know, that was a rare coincidence, I should say, yes.
Can you tell us a little more about that place, Lady Hardinge? Lady
Hardinge is a government hospital.
Yeah.
Originally it was known as the Lady Hardinge Medical College with Lady Hardinge Hospital.
Yeah.
Then the name was changed to Srimati Sucheta Kripalini Hospital. It's a huge government hospital, like how you have in GH, Kilpack Medical College, and this hospital and all that. So a very big general hospital.
Yeah.
Which has all the departments, general medicine, general surgery.
When was it established?
Lady Hardinge Medical College was established in 1916.
Okay.
7th of February 1916.
Okay.
So almost 100 years old.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And it caters to the poorer section of the society. And people come from all over the place, like Haryana, UP, Bihar, and of course Delhi population is always there.
Yeah.
And
is it only for women? I mean,
no,
patients are
yes, Lady Hardinge Hospital was originally only for women.
Okay.
Recently what is happening I do not know.
Yeah.
But when I left it was only for women.
Yeah.
And that was just to encourage women to come and show themselves to the doctors. Because whatever is the problem, women never went to doctors. They were scared of hospitals, scared of male doctors.
Okay.
So that's the reason this was built and this was established, so that women are encouraged to go and see a doctor.
So we could say that maybe Lady Hardinge is one of the first hospitals established for women.
Yes, definitely.
And women have passed out from there, so
yes.
They're the forerunners.
Definitely. Almost a century old.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So what did you do when you came to Chennai?
I became a fellow in vitreoretinal diseases at Shankara Nethralaya, Chennai. Everyone knows Shankara Nethralaya.
Okay.
That time the fellowship was only for 1 year.
Yeah.
I joined in 1982 and I completed the fellowship in 1983.
Yeah.
And it was a little difficult for me in the sense I had worked in a government setup earlier, which is very, very different.
Okay.
And Shankara Nethralaya is purely a private sector.
Okay.
So everything is different, but I really enjoyed, I learned a lot of things, and I enjoyed, after that I became a consultant in the same institute.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed working there. I enjoyed seeing difficult cases because it's a referral center, so a lot of very difficult cases come to Shankara Nethralaya. So I was exposed to a lot of rare cases, difficult cases, cases which have hardly any hope. Those people come there. So it is a good experience to be there. So I worked as a consultant for 6 years. At that time, I founded the department of uveitis, which is uveitis is inflammation of the uvea, which is a part of the eye. And I founded it, and I was the head of the department till I left Shankara Nethralaya. Then after I left in 1989, I started this R.K.Eye center, my own private practice. It was started in a small way, and then it has grown big over the period of years. So almost 23 years we are having this R.K.Eye center.
Before I ask you more about R.K.Eye center, what made you take up ophthalmology as a specialization?
I liked eye. When I was doing my MBBS, I used to find eye is a very small organ of the body, and but very important.
Very important.
And those days it was not as complex as how it is now. That not too many equipments were there. We used to check with a torchlight. We had a small mirror with which we used to find out refractive error. And I thought the whole thing was very simple and easy to handle, and not too many emergencies and all. So I thought it would be a good profession for me. I liked ophthalmology, the diseases, and I thought everything was very straightforward and you could treat very fast. And that's the reason I took it up. And then, of course, I enjoy it even now, and I don't have any regrets of doing ophthalmology.
And can you tell us how R.K.Eye Center has evolved over the years? You said that you had it for 20 years.
We started it in a smaller place, and as and when I could, I added up equipments and developed various branches of ophthalmology. And now we have this 20-bedded hospital with 3 operation theatres and 1 retinal laser machine, 1 YAG laser machine, and then we have fundus photography, fundus camera we call it. Then we have this A-scan biometer. Then we have the slit lamps in every consultation room. We have about 4 or 5 consultation rooms. Everyone is similarly equipped, with the slit lamp, with the indirect ophthalmoscope, and autorefractometer. 2 lens meters we have. And then of course we have 3 operating microscopes in the operation theatre. 2 phacoemulsification machine, and all the other things which is required for a full-fledged ophthalmic unit. So we do all types of surgeries: glaucoma surgery, squint surgery, cataracts, everything. Almost every lacrimal sac surgery. Everything we do in this hospital.
And what about the staff? How are you assisted?
We have many doctors working in this place. We have many paramedical staff also. Theatre sisters, OPD sisters, receptionists, accounts department is there. And so many people are there working in this hospital to make it work. Because you need everybody's help. Counselors are there to do counseling for the patients. And
you got that also.
It's part of this thing, because even a person who's got a problem, you have to explain everything in detail, and even before you counsel them for surgery, you have to tell them the pros and cons and what are the possibilities they have. Those things we have to tell them. So we have counselors.
So what are the sort of challenges you face as a medical director?
Yes, running a hospital has its ups and downs,
because you have to deal with even the staff, they're all human beings.
True, very true. But we have a lot of unity in our hospital. It's almost like a family, because it's not. So I consider them as human beings, and I empathize with them. I talk to them. I know about their families. And so somehow I've got this mother image here, all the people somehow feel, I'm very motherly, so I could...
you don't look it.
So they can share their problems, family problems and all, and they do come running to me for some other advice also. So that's what kept all of us together. That's kept the staff, and then you have to respect them for what they are, and encourage them, and at the same time you have to be little, you have to balance everything. So it has worked well for me. God has been very kind, and you have me the wisdom to. There are some whenever you have some situation, the Lord has been very given the right wisdom to tackle it in the right way.
So what are the sort of problems that the patients come for to the center?
Mostly for cataract operations.
Yeah.
Many glaucoma patients we see.
Yeah.
We see other things like infections of the eye, conjunctivitis, ulcers of the cornea. Then people come to change their glasses also, refractive error we call it.
Okay.
They're already wearing a pair of glasses and they would like to know after 2 years whether it's changed or not.
Yeah.
Whether they need anything they also want to check the eye pressure, the retina, the optic nerve, and people are very aware nowadays. They want a complete eye checkup. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
Even if a person comes only to change their glasses, we check their eye pressure, we check their fundus. Fundus means checking of the vitreous, the retina, the optic disc.
Yeah.
Complete examination is done. So they go back satisfied, saying that everything has been done in toto and
it's like a one-shop stop.
Something like that. So it gives them a lot of satisfaction. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
And of course, other things like squint surgery, cross eyes. People come for cross eyes, then people come.
That can be remedied, is it?
Yes, depending upon the type of cross eye it is. Sometimes with spectacles, sometimes with the surgery, depending on sometimes with exercises, we can remedy it.
Yeah, as I was coming to your center, I just noticed a pamphlet that said that glaucoma cannot be cured, so it's better to go in for prevention. Can you tell a little more about glaucoma? I mean, it's a little scary.
The glaucoma can be cured in the sense if they come to us in early stages, then we prevent permanent damage from taking place.
Okay.
Glaucoma, if it's left on its own, it'll have a deleterious effect on the optic nerve, optic disc. The optic nerve loses its strength and it sort of dies off, We call it glaucomatous optic atrophy.
Okay.
So we should not allow the patient to become like that, So we encourage everyone above the age of 40 to definitely see an ophthalmologist, even if they don't have any other problem, no symptoms, no signs. We encourage them because this is a symptomless problem.
Okay.
And we pick it up in the routine examination, And that's the reason. Before it is curable if it is found in the early stages. There are many medicines are available for that. We have lasers for that. We have surgeries for that. So it can be stopped, at that point.
But it should be detected early, like cancer, I guess.
Exactly, so that they don't lose anything. If it's detected early, even before the nerve is damaged, they have not lost anything. But sometimes they come at very, very, very late stages, when the nerve is totally lost. Then even if then also we try our best, to whatever is possible, whatever they have to retain what they have, we can do. So we always encourage our patients, or any person for that matter, to have an eye checkup after they reach 40 years, definitely.
Okay. I hope whoever's looking at this will do so. Can you tell me a little more about LASIK surgery? I mean, I keep hearing about this.
That's right. LASIK is done on the cornea of the eye.
Okay.
Cornea is comparable to the glass we have on the wristwatch.
Okay.
We never look at the glass. We always look at the dial in the wristwatch. Right?
Okay.
Nobody looks at the glass which is covering the dial. Our eye is like that. In front of the eye there is a glass dome.
Okay.
Just the cornea.
Okay.
And this LASIK procedure, entire thing is done on the cornea. We lift a small flap which is part of the cornea. Then we burn part of the corneal tissue. Then we put back the flap. And it's very successful. We can do. Most people are eligible for it also. Very few people are. We have contraindications are there. But most people are eligible for it, and many people go for it, and the success rate is very, very high.
Okay. So people would prefer that?
Yes, they do, because they get rid of their glasses, they get rid of their contact lenses, so they're free, the true freedom is there. Okay. And especially if they come at the age of 19, 20, it's, to them the whole life is ahead of them. So they are very happy that they've got rid of their glasses and their contact lenses, and very happy. It's a very it's very satisfying procedure for both the doctor as well as for the patient.
Okay. I'd like to go back to your Delhi days. I guess your Hindi must be really good. So when you first came to Chennai, how about your Tamil? What is your Tamil like?
Because we are from Tamil Nadu, my father made it made sure that we learned the language. So it was my second language in school.
Okay, so it was not so strange.
No, so I know Tamil very well. I can read, I can speak, I can write.
Okay.
I even I used to be very fond of Tirukural, and I used to. I know.
Yeah, for those who don't know, what is a Tirukural?
Tirukural is about 1,330 couplets. Was written by a sage who was there in 2nd century BC.
Oh, okay.
Tiruvalluvar.
Even before Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiruvalluvar.
Yeah.
And that tells us the life principles.
Okay.
It talks about business. It talks about family life, marriage, how we should live, ethics, morality.
And in just two lines, is it?
Just one and a three-quarter line.
Can you give some an example?
Definitely. For example, it says Karka Kasharara Karpavai Katrapin Nirka Adarku Taga. Means whatever you learn it properly.
Okay.
To your best. Do the best to learn everything about it. Then you stand by it and obey it.
Okay. That's very good advice. Even it holds good even today.
Definitely, Tirukural. Definitely, it is even today it is applicable.
Can you give one more?
Yeah.
I mean, I like to hear your Tamil.
Definitely. Magan Tandai ke aatrum udavi, Ivan Tandai ennotran kol enum sol. What it means is the biggest thing a son can do to the father, and the biggest credit a son can bring to the father is for someone to say, what did the parents do to get a son like this?
Okay.
They must have done a lot of penance or, tavam, they say in Tamil, the tapas, Tamil, to get a son like this. Such a good person he is, or a good son. So you should be like that. So that's applicable even today. We want children like that, right? Not only son, a daughter also we want to. We want them to be really good.
So I know that one of your sons is also an ophthalmologist. Can you talk a little more about that?
Yes. The elder son is an ophthalmologist. He's going to complete his postgraduate studies. And once he finishes that, he will come and join us here. And, so waiting for.
So I'm sure you were looking forward to that.
I'm sure.
I'm sure he'll be your right hand man.
Definitely, yes.
So this brings me to what are your future plans?
I must mention that my daughter-in-law is also an ophthalmologist.
Okay.
So my son and daughter-in-law, they will be here.
Okay. So you'll be gaining two.
Absolutely.
Two pairs of hands.
Four hands. Yeah. 2 pairs. Yes. That's true.
You must be. The future plans.
Future plans is technology is changing rapidly in the medical field. And we keep on, the equipments keep becoming obsolete, It's whatever you buy today, it's an in thing today, but after 4-5 years it becomes, obsolete. Maybe a better version comes in. So in our hospital we have always been upgrading ourselves, buying, the moment a new thing comes, we do try to get it in. And so we've been expanding gradually, and I'm sure that process will go on, and that expansion will go on. As and when a new equipment comes which is really useful, we will acquire it and we will use it for the benefit of our patients. That's just like any other this medicine, has advanced like anything over the last 20 years. And it will go on advancing, I'm sure of that.
And you've been a fellow of
R.K.Eye.
Can you tell us? Where? Can you tell me more about it?
Definitely. In 1994, I went to this R.K.Eye Center, which is in California, Santa Maria, California, USA. I learned this phacoemulsification. That is, it was just coming up those days. That is previously we used to remove the entire cataract in one piece. In phacoemulsification, we make a very, very tiny incision opening into the eye. Put this phacoemulsifying probe, and we emulsify the cataract. That is, break it into small pieces and suck it out. The advantage of this is there is no stitches are required after the surgery because the opening is so small. We need not stitch up the patient. The other advantage is they get up fast. They recover fast, so they're able to go back to their work and resume their normal activities very
so you learned
fast.
all this?
I learned phacoemulsification there in Santa Maria with Dr. Shepherd.
Okay.
And one of the pioneers of phacoemulsification.
Okay.
And he has a center, Shepherd-Eye Center.
Yeah.
So I went to him and I learned this technique from him.
Yeah.
And it was very useful. I came back. Then I bought the phacoemulsification machine.
Yeah.
From Stores. I was the first Stores machine in South India.
Okay.
South India. It is. And it was very nice machine.
Yeah.
And very nice equipment. And then we started doing phacoemulsification in 1994.
So, do you have, like, in the hotel industry, do you have a peak period when patients come and see you, or is it all year through when you have patients coming?
The patients come throughout the year, but definitely during festival times it's little dull.
Yeah.
Rainy season also it could be little dull.
Yeah.
Then April examination time, when +2 people are giving their exams, then also little dull.
Yeah.
So it does have its, many people come in May once a lot of children come to show their eyes in May during their vacation time, and also Christmas time. Any vacation time, a lot of children come in for an examination.
Okay. Do you have, like, in the same way, do you have, like, corporate guys and all coming?
Corporate people also come, but they do come. And so it does have the festivals and things like that. They do influence the practice.
Yes. Another thing I've noticed is that you also conduct a lot of free medical eye checkups. What makes you do so?
Pre-medical?
Free.
Yes. Yes, we should use the talents which God has given us for the poor people,
Yeah.
Definitely we should do. That's very important.
Yeah.
I told you I originally started working in a government hospital.
Yeah.
So that service mentality has always been with me.
Okay.
So though it's a private setup, as much as possible we do try to see some free patients.
Okay.
And if somebody cannot pay and also they're poor, we do the surgeries free, we do the examinations free, and we do have camps for poor patients, and we see mentally challenged children, we see small school children, and all free, and we do that very often.
Good to know that.
It's very important that we should, we have to look after this section of the society also, definitely.
Okay. Do you have a web page? If somebody looking at this wants to come and see you,
Yes. We have a website, www.rkeyecenter.com.
Okay.
Center is CENTRE.
Okay, that's
it. Can be pronounced as TER. Spelled as that, but it's the R.K.Eye Center.
I also noticed that, I don't know how you have the time. I mean, I know you're a very busy person, but you also simultaneously have been writing a lot of research papers and attending conferences.
Sure.
What makes you do so? I mean, how are you able to do?
In touch with the subject, because as I told you, the subject is rapidly changing, and so many departments have come in. Ophthalmology itself, pediatric ophthalmology, intraretinal surgery.
Okay.
Then we have everything, like everything is a glaucoma department.
Okay.
Everything's become a department now.
Yeah.
And we have to keep up with the latest thing which is happening. So unless we keep in touch, and keep on reading these journals, and then we also, from our experience, what we have, we write it in the form of a paper and present it in conferences, national and international. So we are able to interact with our colleagues and learn from them, and they learn from us. That's very important. This academic aspect of thing is also very important, so that you can upgrade your facilities and you know what's happening.
Yeah.
So I've always been keen on that, and I keep that up also.
As worshipping members of the same church, that St. Andrew's Kirk, I know that you have completed your Master of Divinity. What made you do so, and what are you planning to do about it?
Yes, in 2005 I had a very intense and personal encounter with the Lord, and the Lord told me to do this Master of Divinity. It was quite an intense course, in the sense there were 24 subjects, 24 examinations, 6 integrated papers, 1 thesis. This I did from Acts Academy of Education, which is in Bangalore.
Okay.
And it was a distance education program.
Yeah.
I was really interested to know more about my religion. You know, I really wanted to know all the aspects of the religion, history, everything.
Yeah.
And also the spiritual aspect of it, and I passed out with first division.
Oh wow! Congratulations! Yeah.
And yes, I'm really interested in theology.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the Lord will use it as the time goes by. I'm sure He will use it. This particular aspect of my life, yes.
Okay, so evangelization and not so much.
Telling more about the religion to others. Yes.
Okay, so thank you, Dr. Rajini, for a very interesting session. But before I end, I would like to ask one question, which I always end with, is: do you have anything to say to anyone on anything?
Definitely, we must trust God.
Okay.
People trust more on human beings than God.
Yeah.
Maybe because you can't see God.
Yes.
So because it's very difficult to trust in, have faith in somebody whom you cannot see.
Yes.
But I feel God is there.
Yeah.
He's definitely real.
Yeah.
And He's a personal God.
Okay.
He's omniscient. That means He knows everything about everyone.
Yeah.
He's omnipotent. He's got all powers.
Yeah.
And He's omnipresent. He's everywhere. He's right now here listening to our interview.
Right.
And He can control our lives if we only give our lives to Him.
Okay.
So much of anxiety and stress and worry is there in everybody's life now, because the faith in God is very less.
Yeah.
And we don't want to put our burden onto the Lord. There's a verse in the Bible which says, "Come to me, all those who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest."
Okay.
What it means is, if you truly believe that I can look after your problems and solve your problems for you, then you won't keep fretting about it or worrying about it.
Yeah.
Because we don't have that kind of faith, so we try to sort out and solve out everything ourselves, and which adds up to the stress of today's society.
Yeah.
So we have to trust God and also build relationships.
Okay.
And if I find relationships breaking down in all families, between husband and wife, between children and parents, in spite of all the latest technology and all the things we have, it's deteriorated. The family life is deteriorated in all the countries, in all societies.
Okay.
So I feel that we should go out of the way and build relationships, and the biggest weapon is love.
Yeah.
Love is the biggest weapon, which we can wield to build relationships.
Yeah.
So that is very important for a united family. Then only you can have peace and joy in your family. So
thank you so much, Dr. Rajini.
Thank you so much, Kalpana. Thanks a lot for this wonderful interview. Thank you so much.